Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
We from Group 5 will debate about junk food advertising debate. Okay, to my left is the pro team.
Let me introduce ourselves from the affirmative team. My name is Rizky Adelia.
And my name is Kartika Nada Nabila.
And to my right is the contra team.
And our opposition team, my name is Rodori Zahra Amar Hanifah.
And my name is Rukoya. Okay, introduction. Fast food advertising has become commonplace in our modern society, influencing consumer choice and contributing to increase health broadcasting regarding obesity and other lifestyle disease. This debate focus on whether imposing and ban on fast food advertising is a viable solution to this problem. The affirmative team is invited to provide argument regarding to current debate motion.
Okay, thank you. Permission to speak. I ask the affirmative team agree that junk food advertising should be banned because since the 1917 fast food advertising and AdSense targeting children specifically has increased dramatically. At the same time, the index of the obesity has also skyrocketed. It is difficult to deny the link between increased fast food advertising and childhood obesity. Children are exposed to nearly 21 advertisements per day, and of these, only one every 2 to 3 days is a public service announcement for healthy eating. Study by the American Psychological Association show advertisers spend more than $12 billion per year on AdSense targeting children. If this were not particularly effective, this would be a very poor investment from the food industry. To investigate this trend, the task force on advertising and children was formed. Their research showed children's product preference began with a single commercial viewing. Additional viewing served to further strengthen the child preference for a particular product. The American Psychological Association further notes agreed deal of research show eating unhealthy fast food and excluding healthy alternative leads to obesity and overall poor health. The trend has been reported on repeatedly. Dr. Victor Strasburger recently told Reuters news agency just by banning AdSense for fast food, one study said we could decrease obesity and overweight by 70%. That reduction in childhood obesity alone should be enough to be ban fast food advertising. Thank you.
No, I disagree because fast food doesn't necessarily make people fat. Just unhealthy cholesterol, starch. See, I'm not fat, but I don't feel healthy because I barely have any muscle and I live on fat, sugar, and starch mostly. I need to change my diet and exercise. Fast food chains are also offering balanced diets. High protein salad bowls are all on the menu, even at Pizza Hut and McDonald's. It is also the obligation of the parents to police what their children view and how much screen time they get. If parents today took a more proactive approach, spending more personal time and using television as a babysitter, we would see less obesity in children. Also, parents today need to remember they are the ones in charge, not the children. There seems to be a trend today where parents are afraid to anger the child by saying no. Perhaps some of the blame for the increase in childhood obesity rate lies with the hand-off approach to parenting, which has become the norm in modern society. Thank you.
Permission to speak. Setting aside the risks to children, there are a number of health concerns for anyone consuming fast food. In a research paper published by the University of Minnesota, eating fast food just 2 or more times per week increased the risk of developing type 2 diabetes by an astounding 27%. The same study also determined eating fast food 1 time per week increased the risk of the death by coronary heart disease by 20%. Having 2 to 3 fast food meals a week ups the risk to 50%. If you enjoy dining 4 or more times each week on fast food, your risk to death from coronary heart disease climbs to a terrifying 80%. Research from the university have not nearly all studies into the health risks associated with the consumption of fast food have been conducted here in the United States and other developed Western countries. The myriad of the other risk factors available in Western culture and increase the likelihood of this disease has often been utilized to discredit the result of similar studies. To avoid the possibility of clouding the result, the University of Minnesota study was conducted in Singapore. And the time of the study, Western-style fast food was a new introduction to a primarily Eastern culture. With the increased consumption of fast food by the local population can dramatically increase the rates of heart disease and diabetes. It is important to note the majority of the study participants with the highest intake of fast food were from the younger generation and led more active lifestyle. Thank you.
Now, I disagree because there is a little to be said again. This particular for the meaning of fast advertising, the only consumable rebuttal that could be brought to bear is that of professional consent, responsibility. The sole purpose of advertising is to convince the individual they have a preference or desire for one product over other available options. It becomes a matter of professional responsibility to either abstain from consuming unhealthy food or use in moderation. All the health risks can be mitigated through self-control with regards to frequency and portion sizing combined with a healthy lifestyle, including exercise. Thank you.
That was the debate about should junk food advertising be banned, and the conclusion in the health context it can be concluded that enforcing and ban on fast food advertising would be a significant step in protecting and improving public health. The serious implication of unhealthy food consumption, especially in relation to obesity and lifestyle disease, strengthen the argument for proactive action. Despite the conflict regarding freedom of choice and economic impact, protecting public health must come first. The conclusion is the pressing need to create an environment that supports health, lifestyle, and prioritize disease prevention, with the hope of providing long-term benefit to the well-being of individuals and society as a whole. Thank you and see you.